Before we get into this special weekend edition of Just the Truth, let me tell you about the latest special from Mike Lindell at MyPillow. The standard MyPillow, normally $49.98, for a limited time only, just $14.88 with promo code Joey. Go to MyPillow.com, click on the radio listener specials, and see all the specials. There's a limited quantity of just 10 at this special price. That's $14.88 with promo code Joey. Thanks for joining me in the PhD Weight Loss Studio. To lose weight for the last time, visit myphdweightloss.com. If you've listened to me for any length of time, you know just how important Jesse and Simon are to Peg and me. And there are two Cocker Spaniels, of course, and they rule the roost. Of course, their health is important to us. We're always looking for ways to keep them healthy so that they'll live longer. So I'm excited to tell you about a new book, A Natural Path to Pet Health, written by my friend Dr. Dennis Black, the man behind RuffGreens VitaSmart. And I've told you about that in the past. This book gives dog and cat owners a very practical, low-cost plan to build true wellness, and it's all natural. I'm happy to say Dr. Black is with us on our guest line today. Welcome, sir. How are you?
Joey, thanks for having me back again. We appreciate it. Always
a pleasure. And before we get into the book, and congratulations, by the way, but before we start talking about A Natural Path to Pet Health Care, take a minute and tell our listeners about your journey and why you've dedicated your life to not only helping people, but helping pets live healthier lives.
Well, the tagline there is every dog is an emotional support animal, right? Yeah. And so when you help someone's dog, you're actually helping them mentally.
True.
So about 42 years ago, I had stage 4 kidney cancer, and there's no chemotherapy or radiation for kidney cancer back then or now. It's just if you get it, you have very little chances of surviving it. But through the process of the 3 Ps, which is prayer, positive attitude, and powerful nutrition, we were able to survive. And so I'm the world's oldest living survivor of stage 4 kidney cancer. So I decided at that point to dedicate myself to natural methods to heal yourself. And did that, went to naturopathic medical school and ended up creating a line of supplements, Texas Superfood, as you know, and that helped tons of people. But those people then wrote to us and said, hey, if you got anything for my dog or my cat, because pets are getting sick at the same rate that people are. And the reality is it didn't take a rocket scientist to figure out why dogs are getting sick. All you have to do is look at what they eat. It's just kibble, right? And it's dead food. And so if you want to keep your dog alive, you got to feed them live food. That's the bottom line.
Yeah. So back to the book, and let's start with the big picture here. What would you say is maybe the number one mistake, or maybe at the top of the list, or maybe we should say myth, that most pet owners have about the health of their beloved pets?
Well, most dog foods have somewhere on the package a picture of your dog along with a wolf jumping over a log, and they say complete and balanced nutrition. That's the biggest lie that we've been told in America ever, I think, because it's not complete and balanced. Most of the time, it's artificial colors and flavors, palatability enhancers, and synthetic vitamins. There's nothing good in it most of the time. And that doesn't mean in just the cheaper ones. It's all of them. As a matter of fact, I toured a dog manufacturing facility where they manufacture dog food manufacturing facility. And they were making a really cheap brand of dog food that I know, and I could name it, but I'm not going to. They were making that dog food on the exact same factory that we're making the most expensive kibble dog food. And I said, what's the difference in these two? He said, shape and some of the colors that we use on them. But other than that, they're pretty much the same.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really bad. And so when I realized why dogs are getting sick, most people think that the illnesses that dogs have are medical issues. And the reality is they're not medical issues at all. They're actually nutritional deficiencies. And when you resolve those nutritional deficiencies, a lot of times they become 100% better.
Yeah. Yeah. Dr. Dennis Black is our guest today, and we're talking about his book that you can purchase now. I know it's on Amazon. Are there other
Right.
sources? Dr. Black, your
Well,
your
yeah.
website?
So if someone has never tried Rough Greens for their dog or their cat, Meow Greens for their cat, if they just go to our website, roughgreens.com, and use your promo code, I think it's just Joey, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And if they use your promo code, we'll send them a Jumpstart trial bag for their dog or their cat for free. They
Yeah.
just pay the shipping and we'll send it to them. But at the bottom of the receipt that they get on their email, it'll say, get the book, Natural Path to Pet Health on Amazon. Click here, and it'll take them straight to the Amazon page where they
Yeah.
can get it.
And in that book, Dr. Black, you talk a lot about pet owners reading their pets' real needs. And what I really like is you provide specific meal plans. You talk about daily routines. You talk about hydration, which is as important for our pets as it is for us.
That's
You even
right.
provide homemade recipes. I mean, this is like a cookbook for pets.
That's
Uh,
right.
Talk with us about that proper diet. You've mentioned it a bit there, and the raw food diet versus processed foods. It can be very confusing. How do we know what's right for Jesse and Simon?
Yeah. So the reality is making your dog's food is easy and it'll save you thousands of dollars depending upon what you feed your dog now. If you feed your dog something that was made by a farmer, you could be paying up to $800 a month for dog food. And that's just ridiculous. You can make a much better quality food that has live vitamins, not synthetic, no artificial colors or flavorings. You could be making this at home. And Joey, think about this. People buy dog food by a 50-pound bag and they bring it to the house and they expect the dog to be excited about that. How would you like to eat the exact same food every day for the next, rest of your life? You would hate it, right? I'd go nuts. And so what we do is, as a family, we make dog food at home on weekends. We'll make up a batch of dog food for our dogs. We have 3 large dogs. We have a farm, so we have working dogs.
Yeah.
And we make a dog food for them. And then next week, we'll make a different one. And we put it in a Ziploc bag and put it in the freezer. Stays fresh that way. And so every day, our dogs get a different meal. Some meals might be turkey. Some meals might be fish. Some meals might be pork. It just depends on, some of them have completely different carbohydrate components. So all those recipes are in A Natural Path to Pet Health.
Yeah.
And that's how people can save literally thousands.
And as I mentioned a minute ago, Dr. Black, you have a lot of these great looking recipes in your book, A Natural Path to Pet Health. You and I have discussed our 2 dogs, Jesse and Simon.
Yep.
Simon is our youngest one. He's 3. He's our special needs child. Sometimes weight can be a problem for him because he loves to eat.
Right.
What advice do you have for those pet owners who have to kind of balance it like that?
Well, the reality is the amount of carbohydrates that are in dog food, typically way too high. Dogs are omnivores like we are. And same thing that happens to them happens to us. If you eat way too many carbohydrates, you eat lots of bread and pasta and rice and all those kinds of things, you're going to pack on the pounds just like your dog does. And so by making your dog's food at home, you can if your dog has a weight issue, you can reduce the amount of carbohydrates that is in the recipe, increase the protein, and your dog will naturally slim down. Now, of course, you got to give the dog exercise, which means you got to get off the couch and take them for a walk every once in a while. But you should do that anyway.
Yeah. You mentioned earlier that you guys just take a day on the weekend or something and you cook for your dogs, and you've got a herd there. I mean, you've got a pack.
We've got working dogs. Yes.
Yes. That's a scary thought sometimes, home cooking. How do we keep homemade meals balanced? And what's the and again, you got some great recipes in your book, but for someone who's totally new to this, how do you grocery shop?
It's easy. It's the easy. You don't even have to grocery shop. It's pretty much in your kitchen already. So I don't know what stores if you're on a budget, grocery stores typically in the butcher department, the meat department, they'll have like a whole pork roast or something that's on sale because it's not expired, but it's getting close.
Right.
You can buy that for pennies on the dollar. I mean, literally. This time of year after Thanksgiving, you can buy whole turkeys for 30 cents a pound.
Yeah.
And all you have to do is debone them and, cook them a little bit. You don't even, dogs have a completely different set of enzymes. They can break down raw meat where we can't. They can. And you just lightly cook things and you could cook a bunch of it and just cube it up, cook it, and then store it. You can use quinoa or brown rice, whole grain pasta, some, those frozen vegetables, medley with peas and carrots and all that. You get those, put some of that in there, mix it all up, put in a little bit of a lightly cooked egg, crunch up the eggshells, put them in a food processor and grind them into a powder. That's good calcium for your dog. And then, of course, add the appropriate number of scoops of rough greens, and your dog has a complete meal. And when you start giving your dog a complete meal every day, just in a matter of months, you'll see their coat will be shinier, their breath will be better, their stools will be better, and their joint health will be better.
Yeah. Yeah. Dr. Dennis Black is my guest. He's the author of the newly released A Natural Path to Pet Health. Some good stuff in here, folks. And we all want to take care of our furry friends. And of course, I'm focusing on dogs because that's what Peg and I have always had. Now, we do have some cats that run around our farm, but we don't feed them. They take care of themselves. But of course, he has products that will help your cat as well. And this book is for them too. Let's talk for a minute. One thing that I read that you talk about, read the bowl, not the label. Are there things that people should avoid?
Yes, and the reality is that when you buy expensive pet food, you think that everything is in it that they say on the label, but the reality is there's very tricky little things that they do on the label to make it look like it's good, and it's really not. Just one letter can change the entire vitamin, and so a lot of these people use synthetic vitamins because it's cheaper. The reality is nobody's going to feed your dog as good as you do. They're always going to make the cheapest product that they can make and try to sell it to you. I'm telling people, if you just go get the raw ingredients yourself, and it's food that you would eat. It's not anything that you wouldn't eat, and make the dog food. It's so simple. My wife and I can make up a batch of dog food for our 3 dogs for the last 2 weeks. We can do that in about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And we do it together. So it's easy.
Yep. I'm going to have to tell you, Dr. Black, I don't think I'm going to let Jesse and Simon watch this video, because if they hear you talking about turkey and vegetables and all, they're going to expect us to do this right away. But it is something that Peg and I have talked about after you were with us here in the upstate of South Carolina a while back.
Yeah, I love South Carolina. It's a beautiful place.
Yeah. Go to RuffGreens.com, and you can order your copy of this wonderful book, A Natural Path to Pet Health, and it's got some good stuff in it, folks. Now, before I let you go, we got to talk about our experience with your RuffGreens product, VitaSmart. We talked about our Jesse has had some allergy issues, some skin issues, and he was just keeping us up at night, scratching, and we started sprinkling some VitaSmart on his food. First of all, he loves it, and he's a picky eater, but within just a few days, we started seeing just a tremendous difference in Jesse. And he's not keeping us up at night. He's not keeping himself up tonight. Talk with us a bit about VitaSmart and just how important that is for your pet's daily diet.
So how we formulated Canine VitaSmart for dogs was we looked at everything dogs are eating, basically kibble or some kind of prepackaged food. And we looked at where are the deficiencies in this. And we said, okay, let's not try to make a dog food and try to compete in the dog food market. let's just fix everybody's dog food by making something that makes every dog food better. So the live vitamins, the probiotics, the enzymes, the omega oils, the antioxidants, and so much more, we put all of that into one product. And then we said, look, just a spoonful or two of this a day will change everything. And literally it does. We have thousands and thousands of testimonies from customers where their dog's itching or skin or joint problems or energy or bad breath or all that stuff. All that stuff is fixed usually in 90 to 180 days, completely gone. And then you can just put them on a maintenance dose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dr. Dennis Black, get your copy today, A Natural Path to Pet Health. Thank you for your time today. You do wonderful work. And this book, it exposes some of the pet food myths. It teaches you to read your animal's real needs. It provides specific meal plans, daily routines, and again, hydration is very important for your pet too, and just a wonderful resource. Go to Amazon, or better yet, go to RuffGreens.com, RuffGreens.com. You can order it from there, and go ahead and order some VitaSmart for your pets too. Get the introductory offer there. Dr. Black's always a pleasure. Appreciate your time. Appreciate what you do.
Thank you, Joey. Appreciate it.
That's it for this special weekend edition of Just the Truth. Thanks for joining me in the PhD Weight Loss Studios. To lose weight for the last time, visit myphdweightloss.com. If you haven't joined my mailing list yet, visit my website, joeyhudson.com. Click on the Connect with Joey button so that you can receive our emails and the most up-to-date news. Also, join me on my YouTube channel. Be sure and like, comment, and subscribe. Just search for Joey Hudson. As always, thanks for spending a few minutes of your day with me. Do me a favor and forward this episode to a few friends. Just click on the share button and send to your contacts. We need to build an army of conservatives to win our country back, and we can do that by continuing to share the truth with our friends and family. Keep those comments coming via the Furman Ford text line, 864-477-JOEY. Email to joey@joeyhudson.com, and I love your messages on the MyPillow message line. Again, that's 864-477-JOEY, 864-477-5639. Be sure and take advantage of the MyPillow special, just $14.88 on the standard MyPillows when you use promo code Joey. Order online at mypillow.com or call 800-893-4053. We're back again tomorrow and hope you'll plan to join us. Until then, remember, God's got this. He's still in control.